if you want to move up, I'm here. It's going to be easy money.
The featherweights, they hit like flyweights, so it's nice down there just destroying them and killing that whole division.
La finale de l'UFC 196 devait à l'origine être un super combat entre le champion des poids légers, Rafael dos Anjos, et le champion des poids plumes, Conor McGregor.
I believe inside 1 minute I will dust him, I will exit the contest fresh, I will cash the check.
Mais à moins de 2 semaines du combat, le programme change.
We found out from Rafael dos Anjos that he has a broken foot.
Heureusement, les adversaires potentiels de McGregor ne manquent pas.
Now you tell that bitch to come up, and I'm gonna sign the dotted line. Mark my words, bro. You're gonna get the real local Kukui.
Come on, man, sit down. Flip-flops and jeans, you look. You need to dress your age, honestly.
We call Conor. Conor doesn't care. Conor says, I will fight anybody, anytime, at any weight.
Mais dans l'UFC, c'est le plus bruyant qui obtient ce qu'il veut.
Oh, he hurt him there, and Nate just pointed to him and said, oh, I hurt you. Look at that.
Conor McGregor, we could do that tonight.
You want that real right here.
Nate Diaz, peut-être le seul combattant plus bouillant que McGregor, reçoit l'appel.
I've been in these big ass shows for how many years before this guy even existed, so it ain't no thing. I don't give a
You gotta want to watch this fight. There ain't no other fights to watch.
La finale de 5 rounds sera disputée chez les poids mi-moyens, soit 25 livres au-dessus de la catégorie dont McGregor est le champion.
The only weight I give about is the weight of them checks. And my checks are always super heavyweight, so I don't get.
En demi-finale, HOLM, mieux connu pour avoir fait dérailler le train hyper médiatisé de Ronda Rousey, défendra son titre pour la première fois.
I never wanted that moment to be the one moment. I want to go with it. I want to ride the wave. So I wonder what's going to be next, you know?
Ce qui suit, c'est la pionnière des arts martiaux mixtes et première aspirante, TATE.
On that day, you'll have a new champion.
Voici une carte de l'UFC que les amateurs n'oublieront pas.
Let's go, kill or be killed. That's what I'm coming with.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Préparez-vous pour le décompte de l'UFC 196.
Oh, big shots by McGregor.
Look at the clock closely. 10 seconds.
Oh, he's hurt.
Could he finish him here?
En juillet 2015, Conor McGregor se bat pour la première fois pour le titre des poids plumes de l'UFC.
It's all over. Conor McGregor is a UFC interim featherweight champion.
Mais la ceinture qu'il remporte ce soir-là est ternie par le terme intérim. Et un obstacle important continue de freiner la quête de McGregor pour le titre incontesté.
Jose's gone running. If he wants to come back, he can come back, but I swear to God, his day will come.
José Aldo. Avant juillet, le seul champion des poids plumes de l'histoire de l'UFC. Invaincu pendant 10 ans. Le numéro 1, livre pour livre. La liste de superlatifs qui conviennent au roi de 145 livres est infinie. La querelle entre Aldo et McGregor remonte à près d'1 an, puisque l'Irlandais a la ceinture des poids plumes dans sa mire depuis quelque temps.
Aldo's heart didn't skip a beat, not even a little bit. Give me that belt.
I'm gonna break you.
Yo, Dream.
You like it? It looks good, right?
Never.
Say goodbye.
Never.
Come get it. Give me that. Special in that. Yeah, what you gonna do? You wanna do something?
Mais quelques jours avant leur combat lors de l'UFC 194, McGregor, dorénavant champion par intérim, change d'attitude.
Look what today's bottle says. Too powerful. Woo! Too much power. I feel I am a different person at different stages of the camp. You know, a little bit further from the fight. When the fight first gets made, I almost feel like Mike Tyson or something. Like I want to eat their children. And then as the fight draws closer, the opponent's face becomes blurred. And I become more like Bruce Lee. Now war is upon us. I am calm, ruthless,
I'm ready to take out the pound for pound number one. Undefeated 10 years. What can they say after Jose falls?
The wait is finally over. We welcome you inside the MGM Grand Garden Arena. This is UFC 194, Aldo versus McGregor.
This is easily the most anticipated featherweight title fight ever. And it's the first time that a great fighter like Jose Aldo has been humiliated and disrespected and forced to play the mental games that Conor McGregor is such a master at. And I think that's a big factor in this fight. Conor looks extremely loose, and Aldo looks like he's feeling the pressure of this moment.
Here we go! Green trunks for the southpaw, the notorious Conor McGregor. Black trunks for the champion, Jose Aldo Jr.
Oh! He slapped him!
Like that! Conor McGregor is the new UFC featherweight champion of the world!
Oh, unbelievable! Oh my God! Unbelievable! The first punch he threw slept him.
I just remember when I walked in, I went, all of that for one punch?
He faked the right hand into a lead hook, but I stepped outside the range and I tipped him on the chin. There was no power involved in it, but it was enough to shut the lights out.
Precision beats power, and timing beats speed, and that's what you saw there.
I love this game. I am this game. I am this game.
To the Irish, none of the game.
How do I look up here, first of all?
You look good, sir.
I think it suits me, right?
That's another day for me. It's another fight, another win, another gold belt, and another load of checks.
Tout de suite après que Conor McGregor se soit emparé du titre des poids plumes, le déluge s'abat.
You tell that bitch to come up, and I'm gonna sign the dotted line. This is my weight class. You wanna talk, I'll be the first one to sign that dotted line. Mark my words, bro. You're gonna get the real local Cucuy.
Conor, não fica feliz com a coisa que não é sua. Eu tô chegando pra levar o título pro Brasil.
What you guys said about Holloway versus McGregor too?
No matter when, no matter where, I want that fight, I want that title, and I know I can get it.
Mais l'UFC choisit d'abord le champion des poids légers, Rafael Dos Anjos, comme prochain adversaire de McGregor à l'UFC 196.
He is a slower, sloppier version of Aldo. He has nothing else to offer me except that gold belt.
Puis, les plans changent. À seulement 11 jours du combat.
We found out from Rafael Dos Anjos that he had a training accident. We sent him to the doctor. And a few hours later, we hear back that he has a broken foot.
I got a phone call. Morty has a bruise and he won't compete. It's a bruise, albeit a little bit bigger of a bruise, but it's still just a bruise. I mean, some ice, some ibuprofen, strap that baby up. But his opportunity to exit arose and he took it with both hands, and that's it.
So we started looking at all the possible fighters. Cowboy Cerrone, he's a prospect.
You beat nobody and you think you're gonna come with 155, make a statement? Come on, man, sit down. Yeehaw!
Typical Cowboy Cerrone, he's in. Then another prospect is Uriah Faber.
I'd rather fight you, to be honest.
Well, how are you gonna fight me? I'm fighting big, you're down here.
He's in, he wants to fight. Then we call Nate Diaz.
Conor McGregor, you're taking everything I work for. I'm gonna fight your. You know what's the real fight? What's the real money fight is me.
What's the biggest fight? Obviously, everybody wants that fight, but I'm a big fight too. You know, it's not one-sided. I figure they gotta make this fight right now. You know, I just gotta let them know that's what we need to do.
And his boxing is his best weapon, undoubtedly.
So we talked to Connor, and you know, the fight's supposed to be at 155. Nate says he can't make 55, so I said, let's do 60. He can't do 60, so I tell Connor, he can't do 160 pounds, he wants to do 165 pounds. Connor says, you tell him it's 170. So now we have a welterweight bout. Conor McGregor is moving from 145 pounds to 170 pounds to fight Nate Diaz.
Nate Diaz, de Stockton en Californie, est un vétéran de l'UFC, ayant disputé 21 combats et ne se gêne pas pour s'exprimer.
That's the kind of I'm talking about. Real fights, not funny, fake fights. These guys are trying to step up and talk now. It's too late. You guys already lost.
Il est l'un des meilleurs en jiu-jitsu. Et il possède une gamme de soumissions habile.
Nate Diaz becomes the first man to stop Jim Miller.
En combinant cela à d'incomparables habiletés en boxe.
Very tall kid with very sharp boxing and a reach advantage over almost everyone in the division.
Picking Cowboy apart early.
Never seen him get picked apart like this before with boxing.
Cela donne un affrontement irrésistible pour The Notorious.
Man! Combination by Nate Diaz.
We gonna beat your asses, that's what's up.
Dude, I'm gonna pop him if he gets near me. How about that?
Connor, is this a one-time jump up to 170? Is this an introduction to this weight class? Are you just gonna skip 155 altogether? Where's your future at?
It doesn't matter what weight divisions or anything, or even what belt is on the line, because really I should create my own belt, because I am in myself my own belt. It doesn't matter weight. It doesn't matter if it's a featherweight, the lightweight, the welterweight. It's the McGregor belt.
I've been in these big ass shows for hell of years before this guy even existed, so it ain't no thing. I don't give a.
How's it feel to be a millionaire now? It's nice, right? It's nice, right? Let's be honest, come on.
I don't give a.
I don't give a either. I don't give a either. I tell you, I like Nick's little blog. I do. He coaches kids jiu-jitsu on a Sunday morning and goes on bike rides with the elderly. He makes gun signs with the right hand and animal balloons with the left hand. So you're a credit to the community. You.
No, I don't give a what you said.
Let's see what you can do with the size. Let's see what you in the range. You ain't got.
All right, boys. Good job, boys. That's it. That's it. Good job. Good job.
The role of a champion is to be forever in shape, 24/7. You've got to have a deep-rooted love for mixed martial arts training, and that's what I have. I do not have nothing else in my life. I don't think about anything else. I am obsessed with training for this, and then the competition is just like the cherry on top.
McGregor vient tout juste de remporter la ceinture des poids plumes à l'UFC 194. Mais sans blessure majeure, il décide de se battre de nouveau à l'UFC 196 seulement 12 semaines plus tard.
I always say, if you exit a contest fresh and your body is free and able, then get in and do it. This game is a short game, so straight in, back to back.
Two. Buddy.
L'affrontement de l'UFC 196 doit à l'origine être combat chez les poids légers, à 155 livres. Et McGregor passe les derniers mois à se muscler. Quand le nouvel adversaire augmente le poids à 170 livres, cela ne change rien pour McGregor.
Let's go after him, Sergey.
I've been a featherweight fighter most of my career, but I have fought many times at lightweight. My training partners are top quality welterweights. I came up just sparring, wrestling, training with welterweights.
Nice. His body looks and feels natural. He's more stronger, he's even faster, I feel it this way.
Go!
Weigh-ins at night before bed, weigh-ins first thing in the morning, that's all gone. You know, you've seen him on salads now, watch him on steak.
Go, go, go!
Push him. Put him away. There you go. Good work, Connor. There we go. Alright.
I don't have diet worries or nothing, you know. I have energy coming to the gym. I can go all day. Look at me, I'm an animal.
Yeah, he's hitting very hard, man. I think he's going to have a lot more energy now at this weight as well. He still moves as quickly as he did at featherweight, but he's carrying a bit more muscle.
But it's another day for me. This is what I do. I show up, I train, I compete, I win, and I repeat.
There it is. Beautiful.
Depuis l'époque des rues de Stockton en Californie, Nate Diaz prouve qu'il a sa place dans les combats. Et sur la plus grande scène de l'organisation d'arts martiaux mixtes ayant le plus de succès au monde, c'est la même chose. Son dernier combat remonte à décembre 2015. Seulement une semaine après que Dana White ait attaché la ceinture des poids plumes de l'UFC à la taille de Conor McGregor. Pendant la semaine précédant le combat contre notre adversaire, Diaz fait clairement part de ses commentaires quant à un combat contre l'Irlandais.
Conor McGregor, he's saying all the same that I've been saying for the last 5 years, and he knows where he talks all that money fight. He knows where it's at. It's right here. It's not these funny guys that are fighting the main event. The main event's right here. I don't know. Why didn't they put my face on the poster? Anybody got a pin? If you want to come up and get the money fight and get the good fight, then you know where that's at, and it's not right here. He's got it built off of me, you, and you.
One thing that's impressive about Nate Diaz coming into this fight, Mike, is he looks in tremendous shape, and this might be the best shape we've ever seen him ever in his UFC career.
Avant qu'un combat contre McGregor puisse se matérialiser, Diaz doit d'abord affronter le numéro 6 des poids légers, Michael Johnson.
Every time Michael Johnson has entered the octagon over the last few years, Joe, you and I have said, man, he keeps getting better.
Nate décide d'assurer le spectacle.
Woo! He's slapping him. This is wild.
This is the kind of fight Nate Diaz always wants. Somebody willing to stand and train.
Oh my goodness. Look at this. And Nate's in his head now.
Yep. Round 2.
Whoa.
Stand and trade.
Oh, he hurt him there, and Nate just pointed to him and said, oh, I hurt you. Look at that. Nate has never looked better, and particularly against one of the most dangerous contenders in the division.
Conor McGregor, you're taking everything I work for. I'm gonna fight your ass. You know what's the real fight, what's the real money fight is me.
You gotta wanna watch this fight. There ain't no other fights to watch. There's nobody out. This whole game, these fighters out here are confused. They're trying to be like this super like positive role model, but like let's not forget, people tune in to see fighting.
If we're gonna see a fight that people want to see, it's gonna be that fight with Conor McGregor, and we could do that tonight.
We're getting in a cage to fight each other, so we want me to do a smile and hug the guy? I don't think so. We're at war here. We only got 2 ninja warriors. That's what people want to see. He's the ninja, I'm the ninja. Ninja Gaiden, American Ninja, Irish Ninja, represent you. Oh boy, I'm right here.
So what we're going to do is first one is pass the black car, come back with the high handle. So it's coordination while tired. Because Conor is so tight on the weight at featherweight, we've actually been able to do a lot more training for this. Big push back now, big push back. He's able to eat, which means he's able to train harder. Touch your chest, loft the arms. 10, 9.
I just want to find that place where people quit, and I want to be there as much as possible and push through it.
Legs are straight, touch, has to touch, has to touch. Keep those hips high. 15, brilliant.
Fighters maybe are afraid to go to that place in training, and then when it comes to winning the fight, they give and they cave.
He is as special as he says he is.
This is a fan favorite fight because both of these guys, Nate Diaz is crazy, yet when he's on his game, really good. He just looked unbelievable against Michael Johnson, and Conor McGregor looked unbelievable in his last fight. This is a very, very fun fight.
One, straight away, let's go. Keep the arms locked, lean back. That's it, keep it moving all the way. Keep going, keep going, keep going, a little bit more. And relax, brilliant. We prepare for a 5-round war, even though it'll be less than 5 minutes. This is where it counts now, this is where it counts.
I will be coming out the gate fast, explosive, powerful, precise, and that's it. If they do not back down, they are put down.
Oh, powerful kick. He lulls you to sleep with a sort of slow, casual movement, and then blam.
We're going to fight, see what happens. See what happens when the fight comes. That's the entertaining part of this.
This is still a dangerous game, though, for Henderson. It's a very dangerous game.
We don't know what is going to happen, so we'll see.
Oh, big shots by McGregor. Oh, he tagged him in the left, Mike. He heard him.
Josh has a game plan for this fight, and that game plan doesn't involve brawling with Nate Diaz.
When you go in there with a fight, if you're scared, you shouldn't have signed up. You shouldn't have signed up. It's in a place to be scared.
Diaz waiting for Evil Green to step in. Nate Diaz. Nate Diaz has done it.
This is what we are here to do. We are here to fight. So we'll see how it plays out, though. He will become what they all become. I will guide him into the octagon. He's too slow, too flat.
Chad can't stand right in front of him like that when he lands that left hand. Conor has some serious one-punch power with that.
I will leave him in that dead space, and I will crack him with every shot in the book.
En septembre dernier, l'UFC annonce une soirée de combat au TATE Stadium à Melbourne, en Australie. Un endroit pouvant accueillir 70 000 personnes. Ce qui établit un record parmi toutes les cartes de combat des 22 ans d'histoire de l'entreprise.
The biggest rock star we've ever had in the UFC, Ronda Rousey.
Hi, Melbourne.
En 2 ans, Ronda Rousey passe de première combattante engagée par l'organisation à la plus grande vedette de l'histoire de l'UFC.
That, my friends, is the greatest in the world, and we haven't found a close second yet.
C'est l'athlète la mieux placée pour être la tête d'affiche d'un tel événement.
Holly's a boxing world champion, not MMA world champion, and I believe that I'm better than every other girl in every area of MMA.
Son adversaire est 19 fois championne du monde en boxe. Il s'agit seulement de savoir si elle peut faire la même chose en arts martiaux mixtes, contre la plus grande combattante sur la Terre.
The week of the fight, I felt comfortable, I felt relaxed, I felt confident in my training.
The big stages she's been on in the boxing world has prepared her for it.
I've been through mental times like that before. It helped me prepare for this. And I knew that that was something she hadn't faced before. And that was something that people writing odds on paper didn't know about me.
My oldest boy, you know, said, Dad, I've got this feeling that Holly's going to knock her out. I got this strong feeling. Just knew that things were falling into place. You could tell that the way Ronda was acting, Holly was getting in her head, and she knew Holly had something that she hadn't faced anybody else.
The fight was on with Ronda. At that point in time, the ball's in the air, and all you can do is go play it.
Holly Holm offers the biggest challenge of Ronda's career. Mike Winklejohn has done a spectacular job of training her and preparing her for this moment.
What's that? This girl at this time come out ready to do this.
Wow, no touch.
But you know can't afford the stairs. 'Cause I've told you time and time again. Just as you leave now before you meet your end. 'Cause
Ronda's got the clinch for it, and she's got a hold of Holly's head. Got it. Took her down.
I was like, everything we worked on is like going, like, this is good. Like, we've got a good game plan.
Holly is starting to show her skills. She is showing a lot of holes in her stand-up game. This is incredible. Beautiful, she's hurt. She's hurt. Oh!
Holly looking to finish. Holly Holm is the new UFC Bantamweight Champion of the world.
Coming in as the underdog and all this hype and the biggest viewed event ever in UFC history. With that much riding on it, that much more of a sweet victory.
There is no doubt in my mind that was probably the best moment I had as a coach. Being that Holly walked in my gym day one, see that play out, it was surreal.
Yeah, we're back. The UFC champ, Holly Holm.
Your arms are what my arms want to be when they grow up. Really? I just want to know
You're
everything.
very sweet, but do you realize that most people just want to be you?
No, you can, listen, I'll trade you all of me for the arms.
Okay.
Yeah, deal. Woohoo!
Albuquerque's always supported my boxing career. So they started setting up this parade, and I'm like, well, yeah, that'd be, let's do it. But I kind of feel weird, like, I feel undeserving, There was over 22,000 people there, and it's just like, wow. I just didn't realize that many people were touched by it.
The thing that I really like the most about all the things I hear about her were, you're a great role model for women, you're a great role model for kids, you're a great role model for everybody. It's refreshing for people to see somebody that they can relate to.
Albuquerque made this possible.
Holly's had a lot of things come since Ronda Rousey, a lot of offers to make money, doing movies, that type of thing. She doesn't care. She just wants to fight. She wants to finish her career at top. She's a true competitor, and I hope everybody can see that and jumps on board and becomes a Holly Holm fan.
I love you guys.
Chaque fois qu'une ou un champion dominant perd son trône, les autres peuvent s'élever et se battre pour le titre mondial. Dans ce cas, l'attention se tourne immédiatement vers une femme en particulier.
When I saw the fight go down with Holly and Ronda, I immediately thought, I'm next. Holly is the kind of fighter who likes to stay active. I really respect that. I do as well.
Good right hand by Miesha. Miesha Tate! She's got it. It's under the chin.
I'm undefeated for the past 2 years, and I've been taking every single person they put in front of me out.
Beautiful combination. Her boxing so much more crisp now. Miesha's so tough.
Wow, beautiful throw by Sarah McLaren. But look at this. Miesha winds up on top.
I've beaten 4 straight top contenders.
Ow! Overhand right. Looking to finish Jessica Eye.
Jessica Eye is in trouble.
So you can't tell me that there's anyone that deserves it more than I do right now.
Holly Holm is the new UFC Bantamweight Champion of the world.
Ronda had a lot of problems with closing distance on Holly.
Ronda's chasing her, but Holly's getting out of the way and cutting angles, ducking.
And I think that her game plan, she thought she was just going to be able to run in there and grab a hold of her.
Ronda's got to be careful not to chase too much.
And it allowed Holly to shine and do what she does best.
There's that straight left again. Holly is starting to show her skills.
I'm not going to be just chasing her down, you know, like desperately.
Ducking under. Wow. This is incredible.
When you have someone like me who's more well-rounded and has more tools on their belt and more things to threaten, I think that makes it a completely different fight.
Come up now, come up. Watch that exit. If the takedown's not there, disengage, land some big shots and go.
I feel like fate has a way of determining itself.
Boom, 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 boom. And we're staying right in there. We're making just enough space. We don't want to be out where we have to step in again.
And I think that this was meant to be, and I really feel like I was meant to be the champion, and that in 2016, that's exactly what's going to happen.
Aujourd'hui, l'aspirante au titre chez les poids coqs, Miesha Tate, habite dans la capitale mondiale du combat. Elle fait ses débuts dans le monde du combat il y a longtemps. Au secondaire, Tate cherche à faire du sport de compétition et, étrangement, elle choisit la lutte.
It was definitely unusual. I'd never heard of another girl wrestling at my school. I always found victories in the small things, not getting pinned or beating the boys in practice. Getting that one takedown, those small victories really just fed my soul, and I fell in love with the sport.
This is what I like to go to. When they pop their head up, I punch here, and I go for my kneecap, but if that leg's not there, this hand just continue in motion right to the high top.
Miesha fréquente ensuite l'université Central Washington, où elle rencontre Brian Caraway, maintenant son conjoint depuis 9 ans.
He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall. Brian, at Las Vegas, Nevada, Brian King Lightning Caraway.
I'm just gonna pull a little bit, so I'm not really letting out.
Caraway enseigne les arts martiaux mixtes aux aspirants combattants professionnels et Tate s'intéresse à ce sport.
She showed up, and we tried to probably make it tougher on her than other guys because we wanted to see if she was there for the right reason. Beautiful. I remember one day specifically, we were practicing, we were running Ironman sprints, and I remember everybody else was dropping like flies, and I remember looking over there, and she's like beating. Finish. Nice. And at that moment, I realized, like, this girl's really here. She's got the heart, she's got the drive. Hey, I didn't have to tell you anything. Not one thing, that was good.
I'm the one who gets to dictate where this fight goes. If I want to keep it on the feet, I'll keep it on the feet. If I want to take it to the ground, I'll take it to the ground. And being the better wrestler allows you to do that. But no matter how the win comes, it doesn't matter. They all end with me getting my hand raised.
Beautiful.
Once again, Holly Holm knocking off another legend of women's boxing.
What a performance and what a legendary career.
My dad was in my corner every fight I had in boxing. He was there, moral support, put in the stool. And after the coaches were done talking before I would maybe start around, sometimes I would just hear something positive. You're doing good, you know. He's always been very supportive, really made me believe in myself.
In Melbourne, I got up about 4 o'clock in the morning or something. I was looking off in the distance there, and I said, God, you know what a good person Holly is and how much she loves you and how good she is to people. And God, give her the flight of angels tonight. And that's a pretty touching moment for us, you know. When the kids were growing up, I lived south of here, about 18, 20 miles. It's called Bosque Farms, and that's where Holly grew up there, and I preached for that church down there for 17 and a half years.
La communauté de Bosque Farms a évidemment des réactions mitigées par rapport à la fille de leur pasteur qui est boxeuse professionnelle.
I mean, being a preacher's child, being the preacher's family, I think people are always kind of looking at what you're doing anyway.
Pendant sa carrière en boxe, Holly ne se doute pas que la foi de son père jouera un grand rôle sur la manière dont le public la connaît.
I hated nicknames. They kept just throwing nicknames at me. H squared, Hollywood, hottie. I hated that one.
She just never felt comfortable with those terms because she didn't want to see herself in that round. And then said, well, what are we going to call you?
I said, you know what, just call me the preacher's daughter because that's what I am. It's more of a factual statement, and I'm good with that. So.
Holly, the preacher's daughter,
Pendant que le père et le mari de Holly sont aux premières loges pour la soutenir, en étant littéralement assis à côté de l'octogone à l'UFC 193, sa mère Tammy reste aussi loin que possible.
It is really hard for me to watch her fight. I watched early on a couple, and my stomach just doesn't like that.
She loves archery and bow hunting, and her elk last year was massive, you know, and she just got it with one shot with her bow. I'm like, Mama, you can't watch me, like, you know, fight, but you can go hunt.
She texted me and she just had this confidence. She says, Mom, I know they think I'm another lamb being fed to the wolf, but she goes, I'm gonna beat her.
She actually watched my fight with Rhonda. Maybe it was just that big that she definitely couldn't be the one that wasn't watching.
Oh! Holly looking to finish! Out!
I mean, it was just so exciting and such a relief, and the whole place, like the roof was coming off.
Unbelievable. What a performance by Holly Holm.
Miesha Tate est depuis longtemps l'une des meilleures combattantes chez les poids coqs.
Miesha Tate, she is one of the best of all time.
Mais elle se souvient fort bien de l'époque avant que les femmes ne puissent mener une carrière dans les arts martiaux mixtes.
Women's mixed martial arts literally is night and day difference than it was then. I mean, it was very hard to get fights. It was hard to get fights in your own weight class.
From Tacoma, Washington, Miesha Tate.
That fight against Elena Maxwell was my first fight for Strikeforce, and it was the first time I actually got, I think I got 1,000 to show and 500 to win. Really, you're fighting for pennies.
She's much more well-rounded than when she began as a noted wrestler.
Quite frankly, at that time, women's MMA didn't seem like a big viable option.
And there's Tate going for the armbar. Miesha Tate records the win.
If you would have asked me then, would I be training for a fight of this magnitude with women being in that fight for the UFC, I would have been like, I wouldn't bet on it.
Miesha sending a message to the judges with a floor.
Yeah, it was awesome to see, you know, the rise and success of Miesha. You know, there's nothing more rewarding than teaching somebody something and then see it happen in a live competition. Like, man, we worked this over and over again, we drilled this, and she's hitting these moves.
And now here's the submission master and defending champion, Marloes Coenen.
Marloes Coenen was the women's world champion, and I thought she was just the cat's meow. I thought she was just amazing. But I wanted that more than anything, and it was just a matter of mind over matter. And I just went out there and I did it.
Oh, nice dump. Just like Tate, Coenen has never been submitted.
And she submits her! Wow, what a performance by Miesha Tate! And she takes the Strikeforce Women's Bantamweight Championship.
I definitely made some roads for women in mixed martial arts. You know, I like to think I've been a big part of that movement forward, and I'm really thankful that I got to experience it at that stage and at the stage where I'm at now. I've really gone from the bottom all the way to the top, and it's just been an amazing ride. A lot of people say, well, now that you have the belt, what's your goal? I'm like, there's so many goals I still have. This window of opportunity in this career is very small, very short, and I want to make the most of it while I'm in it.
Good stance, good defense.
Don't get me wrong, winning the title was a dominating fight. It wasn't even just, you know, one lucky punch, but to hold it is even harder than to obtain it. And right now, the only fight I have is Miesha Tate.
I think the fight with Misha can be more dangerous in that Misha brings a lot of tools to the table. Her kickboxing is good, her wrestling is good, she has good submissions, and you know, it only takes one wrong move in this sport to lose everything.
Different places in the fight, Misha is more dangerous than Ronda.
1, 2, 3, 2.
Misha's gonna settle in, she's gonna scramble, she's gonna have secondaries and thirds that she can go to. That's the scary thing. That's where things get unpredictable, and that's scary to fight a fighter that does that.
Good. Double jab, straight left.
So we have to be diligent, and we have to be prepared, and we have to be ready to go all 25 minutes if that's what it takes.
I think through frustration in time, she'll pick Misha apart and finish her before the end of the fight.
Nice.
I think Holly's a fantastic fighter. I think the skill set that she brings to mixed martial arts is pretty unique, but I don't think she's as well-rounded as I am, and I don't think that she's as battle-tested as I am, and I know for sure she's never fought anyone like me.
We don't have to come out and make something happen in the first 20 seconds. Come out, own that middle, let her run a bunch, like, and make her look foolish.
And the most important thing of all, be Misha. That's what's got you here.
That's the time, go twice. There's your range.
Knees, work, don't rest. There you go, that a girl. Pushing sideways. She's been in war, she's had experienced fights where she's not on the winning end, she comes back and wins.
Oh, she hurt her there, Mike. She hurt her. Misha's in trouble early.
I had my eye broken in the first round with Sarah McMahon, and I still came back to win that fight.
Look at this. Misha looking for the neck. Misha's got the guillotine.
I've been dropped with head kicks and still come back to win fights.
Can't see, kicks, Tate in the head and pounces on her. And Tate looking for the armbar.
You know, she can face that adversity, and I feel like that's what makes her more dangerous.
You have to literally put me away, or I'm coming back for you. That's just the way that I roll.
À l'UFC 196, Conor McGregor est de retour. Mais cette fois, le combat a lieu à 170 livres.
Who do you want to see fight, you know?
2015 was the highest grossing year in the company's history. 2015 was my year, so I have changed the whole game inside out, and I'm only warming up.
Et HOLM, peu après sa victoire sensationnelle contre Ronda Rousey, met sa ceinture en jeu.
This window of opportunity in this career is very small.
Tight, under chin.
Very short. And I want to make the most of it while I'm in it.
Beautiful.
This is my moment in time. This is my moment to shine, and everything that I've done over the past decade
Big one from Misha.
has led to this moment, and I'm supposed to be the world champion.
L'UFC 196 au MGM Grand à Las Vegas.